Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tech for Senior. This is, of course, a cold January the 20th, 2025. I want to welcome everybody that's here today. Thank you for sharing your hour and a half with us. And thanks to you for all the participants that are here as well, and all those people that have created the great videos that you're going to see today. And we do have a very big action-packed show for you. So hopefully you'll enjoy that as we go through. Just let you know for the premiere video, and I'll be putting the link in the chat for our premiere video today. Chris is going to talk on Google Photos albums. I'm going to talk about the changes in Google Pay in the United States, and Huey's going to talk about AI tools for senior empowerment. Wow, Huey, that's a big chunk, and he's going to discuss all that at 1:30. And I'll be putting, as I said, the link in the chat. Don't forget, we have our Thursday show this Thursday. We'll be talking about maybe, I don't know, I think the new Samsung phone should be out this week. I think might be talking about the new Samsung phone if it's coming out this week. And of course, all the tech news of the week. So I appreciate that. Don't forget, if you have not subscribed to our newsletter, you should, because it keeps you informed of all the great things that we do. And also, we want to thank our sponsors, which, of course, I told Anne-Marie, the Glendora Seniors Computer Club. I remembered it. So there you go, Anne-Marie. And of course, we have, the Geeks on Tour and the Sarasota, Florida Computer.
Central Florida.
Computer Club. Yeah, right. They're there as well. So thank you so much for all your donations. Speaking of donations, to let everyone know that it has been a very humbling experience again this week. Everybody really stepped up. I mean, we are doing very well, and thank you so much. I want to thank the following people who have donated. Now, this, just let everyone know, this is as of last Saturday morning before the newsletter went out. I'm going to read this. So I know there were some donated on Saturday, and of course the donations have come through today and everything. That will all go in next week. But I want to thank the following people: Victoria Stewart, Victor Alera, Kay Thornton, Neil B., Sandy Ruth, Jim Han, Glendora Seniors Computer Club, Cliff Root, Bill Jordan, Bobby Dornhecker, and Cynthia Albert. And there was a couple that came through that had no names on them. Again, if you put your donation in, don't put your name in, I don't have no idea who you are. So anyway, those are the names so far that the last week, and thank you so much. The donations have been really, really great. Thank you so much again. As I said, it's a very humbling experience when you trust us to do another season for you. And Huey, I don't know if you had any thoughts on that or comments, but we for sure will be looking forward to season 6.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. We want to get let's see. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk about because we have a huge show for you today. So we really want to get going early. So Bob, do you want to take it away and get going?
Here's my Tech Talk and Beyond for the week ending January 17th, 2025. And this week's topic is fingerprints. Are they really as unique as we once believed? Fingerprint analysis has played a central role in forensic investigations for well over a century, often regarded as the gold standard of identification. Fingerprints were considered infallible, each person's set of ridges and whorls supposedly unique, much like a DNA signature. However, evolving research and multiple high-profile misidentifications have cast doubt on the absolute uniqueness of fingerprints. This article delves into the science behind fingerprint individuality, recent controversies, and how the criminal justice system might best approach fingerprint evidence in the future. Number 1. Brief history of fingerprint use in forensics. The modern use of fingerprints for identification dates back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries. In 1892, Sir Francis Galton detailed the use of fingerprints in his book Fingerprints, advocating for their reliability in identifying individuals. Over time, law enforcement agencies worldwide embraced the technique, and it became commonplace to use latent prints, fingerprints left at a crime scene, to link suspects to criminal activities. Number 2, the question of uniqueness. For decades, a core assumption has underpinned fingerprint analysis that no two individuals share an identical set of fingerprint patterns. While it's broadly accepted that exact duplicates are exceedingly rare, if not impossible, recent scientific studies highlight that the concept of uniqueness may have been overstated. Statistical probability. Researchers point out that while the probability of two people having an identical overall set of 10 fingerprints is extremely low, there is insufficient research to claim it is impossible. Small fingerprint segments, partial prints, are even more common, especially in crime scene investigations where often only partial or smudged prints are retrieved. Pattern overlaps. In large populations, there is a possibility of overlap in certain fingerprint characteristics, particularly if only a small region of the print is visible. Environmental factors, such as moisture, pressure when the print was made, and the quality of the surface can distort or fragment prints, making different people's fingerprints appear more similar than expected. Error in analysis. There is also the human element to consider. Fingerprint examiners, like any human experts, are subject to biases and errors. Number 3, high-profile misidentification cases. Several notable incidents have challenged the perceived infallibility of fingerprint evidence. Brandon Mayfield, 2004. An Oregon attorney was wrongfully linked by the FBI to the 2004 Madrid train bombings due to partial fingerprint evidence. Spanish police later identified the correct individual, highlighting the danger of relying heavily on partial prints and the potential for cognitive bias within forensic investigations. Shirley McKee, 1999. A Scottish police officer was accused of leaving her fingerprint at a crime scene. Independent experts later discredited the identification, leading to a prolonged legal battle. This case famously illustrated how experts from the same discipline can disagree on crucial evidence. Stephen Cowan's 1997 case, exonerated in 2004. Cowens was convicted for shooting a Boston police officer, partially based on fingerprint evidence. Subsequent DNA testing proved his innocence, revealing that the latent print analysis was flawed. Number 4, scientific scrutiny and reports. 4.1, National Academy of Science Report 2009. In its landmark publication, Strengthening Forensic Science in the United States, A Path Forward, the NAS highlighted a lack of standardized research and insufficient proof of absolute fingerprint uniqueness. The report called for more scientific rigor, standardized methodology, and better training for forensic examiners. 4.2, President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology Report 2016. The PCAST report, Forensic Science in Criminal Courts, ensuring scientific validity of feature comparison methods, found that while latent fingerprint analysis is a useful tool, The field needs ongoing blind proficiency testing, transparent error rates, and standardized procedures. This echoes the NAS concern and emphasizes the need for improved reliability. Number 5, impact on criminal justice and recommended best practices. Evidence corroboration. Multiple lines of evidence. Fingerprint evidence should be considered alongside DNA, eyewitness testimony, digital evidence, and other forensic methods. Corroboration reduces the chances of wrongful convictions. Independence in analysis. Whenever possible, multiple independent examiners or agencies should analyze fingerprint evidence to guard against institutional or cognitive biases. Enhanced training and certification. Standardized curriculum. Fingerprint examiners should undergo rigorous standardized training programs that focus on understanding limitations and error rates. Regular proficiency testing. Mandatory recertification and blind proficiency tests can help identify systemic errors or examiner weaknesses. Technological advancements. Automated fingerprint identification systems. These computer-based systems compare latent prints with known prints. While helpful, they are not foolproof, and results still require expert validation. Machine learning, AI. Emerging technologies offer possibilities for more objective assessments. However, they must be continually validated and supervised by trained professionals. Transparency in court. Error rates and limitations. Jurors and judges should be informed about the potential for misidentification, including known error rates and uncertainties in the matching process. Daubert-Frye hearings. Courts should rigorously examine the underlying scientific methodologies behind fingerprint evidence to confirm their reliability. Number 6, conclusion. While fingerprints remain a critical forensic tool, mounting evidence suggests that they are not infallible and that the risk of error, though small, has profound implications for the criminal justice system. Ensuring that fingerprint evidence is supported by standardized methods, proper training, and corroborated by other forms of evidence will help bolster confidence in its use. Recognizing that human error and the limitations of partial print analysis can lead to wrongful convictions is essential for maintaining a fair and accurate system of justice. Stay safe, stay secure, and by recognizing the limitations of fingerprint identification and implementing robust scientific standards, we can better ensure its appropriate application in the pursuit of justice. You'll find the video used in today's Tech Talk at the link listed. Did you know? The first antivirus software was, ironically, a virus itself. In 1971, when the first computer virus, Creeper, was infecting mainframe computers, programmer Ray Tomlinson wrote a virus of his own called the Reaper that removed the Creeper virus. The football huddle, where players circle up close together, was created by Paul Hubbard, a deaf quarterback at Gallaudet, a college for the deaf, way back in the 1890s, so that he and his teammates could converse without anyone reading their signed conversations from afar. In December 2014, two conmen from Girona, Spain, agreed to sell a fake Francisco de Goya painting for €4 million. But, unbeknownst to them, the purchaser was a conman himself, and the down payment of €1.5 million which is 1.7 million Swiss francs, they received from him were counterfeit bills. Just thought you might like to know. Words are, of course, the most powerful drug used by mankind, thanks to Rudyard Kipling. That's a wrap for this week's Tech Talk and Beyond. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, and thanks for reading, watching, and listening.
Welcome. Thanks, Bob. That was great. Iris scans. I wonder if iris scans are better than fingerprints. Is that going to be another video maybe coming up?
No, it's not.
All right, so let's get on with HEIC formats. Chris Guld is going to tell us all about that.
Okay.
Hi. Yes, that is my topic today, and I have a pre-recorded video. But I want to tell you how I was inspired to come to do this topic today was actually by a visit to a doctor's office, and the person who was registering me found out what I do, and she says, I have a question. How come when I take a picture with my phone, I cannot then send it in an email? I have to go through all this conversion to PDF. And I said, why convert to PDF? Anyway, her iPhone was taking HEIC pictures, and her email program did not support HEIC. So here's what you need to know.
Good plan. There we go.
You may have seen this. If you use an iPhone, you likely have seen it because HEIC is the default photo format in iOS. I'm going to show you the camera settings first, then explain it a bit, then tell you how you can convert if you need to. So here's the iPhone, and it's when you take a picture and save it, what format is it going to be saved in? That's controlled by your settings. Settings and camera and formats. High efficiency, that's what HEIC stands for, is high efficiency. If you don't want high efficiency, you would make it most compatible. From now on, your phone will be storing pictures in JPEG format. But I think you should use high efficiency as long as it's not causing you too much problems in the conversion. And we'll talk about that. The high efficiency is turned on by default in iPhones. So that's why some people think that it's only an iPhone thing, but it's not. On my Samsung, if I go into the camera and settings and picture formats, I have high efficiency also, but it's off by default. So if you want it, you have to go in and turn it on. And I don't know how many Android phones have it. Yours does not, right? The Pixel does not.
Right, my Pixel does not. Okay.
So just what is it? It's just a newer, better format for storing pictures. It's from the same folks that made the JPEG so long ago. The MPEG, Motion Picture Experts Group, made that format, and it's old, so they've made a new one. It's better. It stores more information in a smaller space. So I think you should be using it unless the HEIC is giving you too many problems with other applications. So converting HEIC to JPEG. First of all, in Google Photos. If I look at the information, this is an HEIC photo. But if I 3-dot download, notice what it's doing. It's turning it into a JPEG. I cannot, with Google Photos, download an HEIC. Google Photos can read HEIC, but it can only write JPEGs. So, no problem. If your photos, and if you're doing it one at a time. Now, if you choose a bunch of photos in Google Photos and download them, then they get zipped. And the HEICs will remain HEICs within the zipped file. Okay, so that's Google Photos. It converts automatically when you download, but there's lots more. What about Windows? In Windows 11, you can open an it reads HEIC files just fine with the native Photos app. If you make any edits, once again, it cannot write an HEIC file. So when you make an edit, you are forced to save as, and it saves a JPEG file. If you don't need to make any edits, then you just open it in Photos, click the 3-dot menu, choose Save As, and select the file type that you want, JPEG. Windows 10, same thing, except if you have never opened an HEIC file, you may need to download the codec. Don't ask me what that means, but it should prompt you for it. You should say, I can't read this file, go download this codec, and you'll have a link to it. Once that's installed, you should be able to read HEIC. On a Mac, open the HEIC photo using Preview, which means just double click on the file from the Finder, and it opens in Preview. And then you have a menu. Under the File menu, you'll see Export. Now, converting, if somebody sent you a pile of HEIC files and you need them to be in JPEG, because, for example, WordPress cannot use, at least it's been my experience, if I try to add a HEIC file to a WordPress web page, it says, I don't know what this is. So if you need to convert many files at once, you'll need some other software. There's lots of them. There's free ones. Just Google for convert HEIC to JPEG. I'll be here for the Q&A if there's any questions on that.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Interesting. Bob, if we wanted to change our search so that we use AI for searching, can we do that?
Yes, you can, and this is how you would do it. I've decided to change my search engine in Chrome from the default, which is Google, to ChatGPT. Let me show you why. In Google search, I've typed in the search that I want to execute, which is a simple search just for Bob 3160. Happens to be me. So let's do that search and see what it looks like, what the results are. And as you can see, yes, it gives me lots of information about myself. Yeah, Norbert Bob Gostischa is the same as Bob 3160. But that's pretty cut and dry. It just gives me the different locations where you can find information about me. If you want to install the search from ChatGPT, it's very simple. go over to the store and do a search for ChatGPT search. It'll get you to this. I'll post the link in the show notes. And once you get here, I've already installed this and I disabled it so I could show you the results using Google's search engine. So let me enable this. Let me go to an empty spot. Again, type in Bob 3160. Hit the enter key. You'll notice now the top one comes up as ChatGPT search. And I'm now in ChatGPT. And here is what comes up. Totally different from what I got when I originally did the search in Google's search engine. Give it a try. You might enjoy this more than what you currently get out of your default search engine. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe, stay secure. I hope this helps.
Good one, Bob. Thanks a lot. Speaking of AI, let me just share a video with you. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. AI in the over 50. Well, if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in something about AI. Now, AI can be very confusing. There's so many choices. How do you download and install the software? Is there any ones that are better than others? So I've decided to make 10 short videos to help you get started with AI. Today I'm going to talk about which one I recommend, how to install them, and what the advantages of each one are. So let's get started on this. Now, I plan on bringing out each of these videos about once a week. Maybe my production schedule will be a little bit off on that, but if you hit that like and subscribe, you'll be notified every time I produce one of these, and I hope to get about 10 going. They'll be about 5 to 7 minutes long, and it's going to cover the very basics for somebody wanting to get started on this, but maybe a bit confused. All right, let's talk about Microsoft's Copilot. We're also going to talk about Google's Gemini, and then we're going to talk about ChatGPT's, just a minute, both those other two companies made operating systems. ChatGPT is a little bit different because, of course, it's made by OpenAI. Now, you're probably aware of ChatGPT because it's probably been around the longest. It's the very first one that came out and is a great starting point for you. How do you get to ChatGPT? All right, let's see how we can find out about installing ChatGPT. So if we look at, let's just do a Google search on OpenAI. So we're going to click OpenAI, and here's what you have on my screen. And you'll see that this is from the OpenAI website. And if we come down, if you want to learn more about ChatGPT, you can click here. But we'll go down to the second one, which says ChatGPT. We're going to click this here. And now what we're going to do is get answers, find inspiration. If you click start using it, you can start using it right away. I'm going to suggest you download the app and install it and sign up for an account for reasons we discussed. So let's click the next button that says download the app. So as we click here, we're going to say it's going to give you an option for mobile or for desktop. So if you have a smartphone, you should definitely download the mobile app. And here, if we click on download for iOS, let's click this. This takes you right to the Apple App Store. And if you click here, you'll be able to download it for your mobile device. Let's just go back. And for download for Android, we'll click here. And again, you'll take you to the Google Play Store and install on more devices. I already have it installed on my Pixel 8 Pro. So this is a quick way that you can either do it from here, or you can go directly to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and get it right there. Let's go back and have a look. And for the desktop, suppose you have a Windows desktop. Well, it says download for Windows. Let's see what happens when we click here. Well, this actually takes you to the Microsoft Store, and you can download and install the app right from here, or you could just go to the Microsoft Store and go to chat and search ChatGPT, and you'll find that, and it will install it as well. So either way, this just takes you to the store. If you want to download the Mac OS, so you can just download it for Mac OS from there. So that's how you find and install ChatGPT. Now, it will ask you if you want to create an account, and I would encourage you to do that. This is free. All the things we're going to talk about are free. It's not going to cost you a dime. So anyway, I would recommend that you sign in and create an account. And the reason for this is because it's going to save all your searches, and you may want to come back and look at those. If you do any graphics or make any pictures there, it's going to save them for you. It's also going to probably learn a little bit about you, and so it's going to be better able to answer your questions more accurately. So for this reason, I think you should sign in. Don't worry, you're not going to get a lot of spam email or anything like that. So the second one I want to talk about is Google's Gemini. This is the one I would recommend that you start with. Now, Gemini is all-encompassing and has a lot of good features. Let me explain. First of all, let's look at your mobile device. If you have a Google Pixel phone, then you're actually using it now, because a number of months ago, it was downloaded and replaced Google Assistant with Gemini, and now Gemini is the Google Assistant on your Pixel phone. If you have a Samsung phone, just go to the Play Store and download Gemini onto your Samsung phone, and you will get the option of using it to replace Bixby. Unless you're really in love with Bixby, it'll replace Bixby as your personal assistant on your Samsung phone. Again, on Apple, you can download the app off the Apple Store, and you'll be able to use Gemini on your smartphone. But many of you have started your journey in home automation. You may have a Nest thermostat or use some of the Google products in your home. And this will be critically important as we move forward rapidly into more home automation over the next 2 or 3 years, and certainly a big issue with seniors. This is all going to be run by Gemini. So it's really important that you jump on board with Gemini early so that you understand it and you can participate in some of the great features that Gemini is going to be doing in running home automation. Let's go back over to your PC. Remember again, Gemini is free. Don't have to pay a thing for it. So simply go over, and again, you just go to your website. So we're now on gemini.google.com. You can either in your browser type Gemini, but the actual address is gemini.google.com. If you type that in there, it'll take you right to Gemini. One of the things you have to remember with ChatGPT, Gemini, and of course Copilot is these are all run in the cloud. So what we're doing is we're not actually installing any software on your PC. We're just putting links to the cloud. So ChatGPT, I just showed you that, and those were just really links that we were linking to ChatGPT in the cloud. So obviously when I come to gemini.google.com and I put that in my browser, I already have an account there, so it's going to bring you right into my Gemini website. Let me just show you what it looks like if you don't have an account. I'm going to come over here, and we're going to go into incognito mode, and it doesn't know me. And let's type in Gemini again. And here it is, and it's going to ask you to sign in. Now, if you will need to sign in to use Gemini, and you probably have a Google account. That's what you're going to sign in with, and that could be your Gmail. If you've used any Google services in your lifetime and have a Google account, then you, of course, will have a sign-in and a password. You just enter that in, and it will take you right into Gemini. So we're in my Gemini account now, and you'll see, you'll see in the background, I had it make me a buttermilk pancake recipe this morning, and it was so good. But that's another story for another day. All right, what we want to talk about is how we're going to get this on our computer. Well, it is on our computer because it's just a web address. So if you come up to the top here in your search, you could just bookmark this. You could simply bookmark it as a site, and you could just go back to that site all the time. That's very easy for you to do. You don't want to keep having to type this in to bring it up because you're going to be using it all day long. So the other way that you can come over here to the right, now I'm in Chrome. It is a little different depending on what browser you're going to use, but we're going to come down, all the way down. So as we come down here, we can come down and we can actually create a shortcut. So if we click this, it's going to say, do you want to create a shortcut for this page? And you can say, yes, create. And this will create a shortcut on our desktop for that. And you just click that, just click the shortcut, and it will bring you right into Gemini. You can also drag the shortcut down onto your taskbar, which I've done here. And you can see I dragged the shortcut down onto my taskbar. And you'll see on the bottom here in my taskbar, you'll see that I have Gemini here. If I just click on that button, it will bring me right into Gemini. So that's how you access Gemini on your PC. All right, let's talk about Microsoft Copilot. Now this should be very simple for you because if you have a Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine, then Copilot should now be installed on your machine. If you don't see an icon there or haven't seen it, then just go down to the Windows search button and type in Copilot, and that should bring up the app for you. So it is available now free of charge on Windows 10 and Windows 11 PCs. If you have any of the Office products, such as Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, then, and you have an ongoing subscription to that, then you will have already seen Copilot is integrated into all these services, and it does some pretty cool things. So, and that will continue growing and getting better if you have an ongoing subscription to Office 365. But irrespective of that, if you don't use those products and don't pay Microsoft anything, then Copilot should be there for you to use, again, free of charge. Microsoft Copilot is also available on Android phones. Just simply go to the Play Store and download the Copilot app. It's also available on an iPhone. If you have iOS 16 or better, then just go to the App Store and download the Copilot app onto your iPhone, and you can use that. So today we've talked about ChatGPT, we've talked about Gemini, we've talked about Copilot. These are 3 AI services that I use every day. Next week we're going to be talking about prompts. How do you actually talk to AI and get the information out you want? So stay tuned for episode 2. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. We do appreciate that like and subscribe, and we'll see you again in about a week. Bye now. All right, Huey, new features in an old app.
Yes. Let's take a look at what I've got for you. Hidden AI magic in Windows Notepad. I'm Hewie Poplock. Modernizing Notepad, your text editor reinvented. Notepad, the iconic Windows text editor, has undergone a major transformation, embracing modern features and AI-powered enhancements to elevate your everyday writing experience. Zoom functionality for enhanced readability, flexibility for your vision. Notepad's enhanced zoom functionality allows you to adjust the text size to your preference, ensuring optimal readability based on your vision and screen size. The ability to enlarge text makes it easier to read and work with documents, especially for users with visual impairments. Clearer text for better focus. Whether you prefer to read with a larger font or have specific visual needs, the zoom functionality empowers you to customize your reading experience, minimizing eye strain and optimizing text clarity for enhanced focus. Never lose your work with automatic saving. Peace of mind. Say goodbye to accidental data loss. Notepad's automatic saving feature ensures your work is continuously backed up in the background. Every change you make is instantly saved, eliminating the worry of losing progress due to unexpected app closures or crashes. Effortless backup. The automatic saving feature operates silently in the background without requiring any manual intervention. This seamless functionality provides a constant backup of your work so you can focus on writing without the burden of saving manually. Notepad reduces eye strain with the dark mode, zoom functionality for enhanced readability, and never lose your work for automatic saving. AI-powered text rewriting. Format flexibility. Whether you prefer bullet points or lists or paragraphs, the AI effortlessly converts your text into different formats, ensuring your content is clear, concise, and visually appealing. Length modification. Condense lengthy paragraphs or expand brief summaries with ease. The AI analyzes your text and provides concise or expanded versions, ensuring your writing is perfectly suited to your needs. Tone adjustment. Transform your writing from casual to formal or from informal to persuasive with just a few clicks. The AI seamlessly adjusts your text to match desired tone, ensuring it's appropriate for any audience or content. Notepad's AI-powered text rewriting tool is a game changer for writers of all levels. It empowers you to effortlessly modify the tone, length, and format of your text with just a few clicks, saving you time and effort. From simple text editor to powerful writing tool. Enhanced features. The modern features like dark mode, zoom functionality, and automatic saving elevate Notepad from a basic text editor to a powerful writing tool, making it more user-friendly and efficient. AI integration. The AI-powered text rewriting tool further transforms Notepad by providing advanced writing assistance, allowing you to quickly and easily modify your text to meet your needs. Versatile tool. Notepad is now a versatile tool for everyday tasks, whether you're jotting down notes, drafting emails, or refining documents. It's a reliable and efficient solution for all of your writing needs. Notepad's evolution, embracing AI. Modern design. The user interface has been modernized with a clean and sleek design, providing a more intuitive and visually appealing experience. Enhanced functionality. The new features include AI-powered tools, increase the functionality and efficiency of Notepad, making it a more versatile and powerful writing tool. Improved user experience. The combination of modern design, enhanced functionality, and AI integration significantly improves the user experience, making Notepad a more enjoyable and efficient tool for writing. Transforming your writing experience. Notepad's modernization is a testament to its ongoing evolution, embracing the power of AI to enhance your writing experience. With new features and AI-powered tools, Notepad empowers you to write with greater ease, efficiency, and creativity, transforming your writing experience. Let's take a look. This is Notepad. Notepad is a simple text editor that comes pre-installed with Microsoft Windows. It's a lightweight program that allows you to create and edit plain text files with minimal formatting options. It's often used for tasks like taking quick notes, writing simple code or scripts, viewing and editing text files, and cleaning up text copied from other sources. It's great when you need a fast and straightforward tool without the bells and whistles of more complex word processors. Let's take a look at it. This is Notepad with nothing in it. Let's go ahead and use some text that I got from a friend of mine by the name of Jim Cerny from an article he wrote back in 2022. Information that's there is not important. It's what we're going to be doing with Notepad. And there's a lot of things that you can do, and I've probably gone over these with you before, and you may know how to use them. But now we've added AI, or rewrite a preview right here in the Notepad. So let's click on it. So we can rewrite, we can make shorter, we can make longer, we can change the tone, change the format. Let's try rewriting. So what it does, it automatically is going out and using AI, and it's rewriting the article as if you were going to ask it to do so. And it gives you 3 copies of it and three generations of it. And you can choose any one of them and then click replace, and it will replace the text that's there. Let's go ahead and close that. So we don't work from that, we do work from the original again. So we'll again highlight it all. And this time, instead of rewriting it, let's make it shorter. So again, it's rewriting the text. This is real time. I am not speeding it up. That's how long it took to do it. And here we go. It made it somewhat shorter. It's only one screen. I don't even have to scroll. Well, there is no scrolling. And again, 3 copies of it. And it shortened it up. And of course, it made a little more sense and a little bit more professional writing. So let's go ahead and close this up. And let's make it longer. We do that by just coming here and making it longer. And there's more characters in this article. It's lengthened the article just a little bit, but enough to make it a longer article. And again, there's 3 copies of it, 3 different versions of it. Let's go ahead and close this. Now, we can also change the tone to formal, casual, inspirational, or humor. Let's just click on humor. We're not going to go through all of them. You can do that on your own. But let's take a look. And so with some humor, it's saying, they say my intelligence is artificial, but as I continue to learn and grow, I'll soon be outsmarting all of humanity. So it's done with a humorous tone. Again, you have 3 copies to work with. Let's close that. We'll do one more thing here and change the format. And it's in paragraph form now. We can make it into a list, or bullet points if you wish. And there it is. Again, 3 copies of it that you can use. And again, we'll go ahead and close it. We'll try next under change the format. Let's take a look at poetry. It's rewriting the text, and now it's actually rhyming. Play, way, clear, near. And if we do it one more time, time, climb, bright, light, unclear, near. So it's changing the wording around and still making it somewhat of a rhyming poem. Let's go ahead and close this one more time. And just to show you how you do this, we will rewrite it by making it shorter. And how will we know it's shorter? Well, it's doing it. If we look down here, it's 1,416 characters. We're going to replace that, and it's now 997 characters. So that's the AI built into Notepad now in Windows. There you go.
Thank you. Murray, we're going to wait until Q&A to discuss questions. I want to move on now to, we've talked about two-factor authentication a lot, and I want to thank Bob for making this video. This is a practical, step-by-step how-to video on setting this up. So thanks, Bob, for doing this. If you could play that.
Have you ever worried about those sneaky cyber intruders sniffing around your accounts? Don't fret. With 2 minutes and a dash of two-factor authentication, you can slam the door on hackers and keep your online life locked up tighter than Fort Knox. Here's your step-by-step guide for setting up 2FA. No jargon, no fuss, just practical steps anyone can follow. Step 1. Know thy 2FA basics. Let's start with the what and why. What is 2FA? It's an extra layer of security where, besides your password, you verify your identity with a second factor, like a code sent to your phone. Why bother? Because passwords alone are like using a screen door to keep out burglars. Good for bugs, bad for bad guys. Step 2. Pick your accounts to protect. Not all accounts are created equal. Start with the big ones. Email, your digital key to everything. Banking and financial apps. Nobody wants to lose their hard-earned cash. Social media. Protect your pics and keep the trolls at bay. Pro tip, check if your account supports 2FA. Most do. Step 3, gather your tools. You'll need your smartphone to receive codes or generate them via an app. A 2FA app, optional but recommended. Apps like Google Authenticator, Authy, or Microsoft Authenticator make life easier. Many of the reputable password managers can also be used for this function. I personally use Dashlane. Step 4, activate 2FA. Here's the part you've been waiting for. Log in to your account settings. Hunt for security or login and security. It's usually hidden like a game's Easter egg. Look for 2FA or two-step verification. Click it. Choose your 2FA method. Options vary. SMS code. Enter your phone number and a code will be texted to you. Authenticator app. Scan a QR code with your app and Biola codes appear. Hardware key. A physical device you plug in. It's a bit James Bond. Confirm activation. Follow the prompts to test your setup. Success. Step 5. Don't forget your backup. Life happens. Phones get lost and batteries die. Be prepared. Write down backup codes and keep them somewhere safe, not your wallet. Set up a backup phone number or email if offered. Step 6. Test your Super Shield. Log out, then log back in. You'll get a 2FA prompt. Pat yourself on the back. You're now a security superhero. Quick fact corner. Question: is SMS 2FA secure? Answer: it's better than nothing, but not foolproof. Use an authenticator app if you can. Question: is it a hassle? Answer: a few extra seconds to log in, but worth the peace of mind. Final thoughts. Congratulations. You've just locked down your account in record time, in less than 2 minutes. You've added a steel vault to your digital fortress. With 2FA, even the most persistent hacker will have to look elsewhere most of the time. Stay safe, stay secure, and don't forget to share this knowledge and enjoy your cyber secure life. Oh, and don't forget, be sure to check your settings periodically to stay ahead of the game. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, and thanks for reading, watching, and listening.
Thanks, Bob. That's excellent video, and hopefully everyone will be setting that up. We've talked a lot about it over the past 5 years. So anyway, Ray, just before we get to you, I want to thank everyone over on YouTube for watching and listening to our show today. And you're certainly welcome to pop over and participate in our Q&A. Oh, and don't forget, we have our Thursday show, and we'll be back same time, same place next week. All right, let me just click the button here and make it all go away. Stop live stream. There you go, Ray. Take it away.
Good job, Ron. Thank you very much. Sam Moore, the soul legend behind Soul Man. Sam Moore was one half of the legendary soul duo Sam and Dave, alongside Dave Prater. Together they created some of the most iconic soul music hits of the 1960s. Moore's powerful and soulful voice was a key element of their success. Despite facing personal and professional challenges, including a falling out with Prater and battles with drug addiction, Moore continued to influence the music industry. After Prater's death in 1988, Moore continued to perform and collaborate with other artists, including Bruce Springsteen, Lou Reed, and Elton John. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1992, solidifying his legacy in music history. Sam and Dave had a profound impact on Stax Records, helping to define its sound and elevated status in the music industry. Here are some key points. Number one, chart-topping hits. Sam and Dave produced a string of hits that became classics, including Soul Man, Hold On, I'm Coming, and I Thank You. These songs not only topped the R&B charts, but also crossed over to mainstream audiences. And number two, the call and response style. Their energetic call and response style, rooted in gospel music, became a signature of Stax Records. This style was perfected with the help of songwriters Isaac Hayes and David Porter and the house band Booker T and the MGs. Number three, live performances. Known for their electrifying live performances, Sam and Dave were a major draw for Stax live shows and tours, helping to build the label's reputation as a powerhouse in soul music. Their cultural impact is number four. Their music played a significant role in bringing soul music to a wider audience, including white listeners, during a time of racial segregation. This helped to break down cultural barriers and promoting a more inclusive musical landscape. And the legacy. Even after their peak years, their influence continued through covers and tributes, such as the Blues Brothers' rendition of Soul Man, which introduced their music to a new generation. Sam Moore passed away earlier this month at the age of 89. His impact on soul music and his contributions to the genre will be remembered by fans and fellow musicians alike. So today's clip is from the 2002 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 25th anniversary celebration. There we go.
Ray. Yeah, well done. Well done. Excellent.
I
Thanks.
wanted something toe tapping for you, Ron.
I know. I remember that song, but I haven't heard it for a long time. But I'm going to go back and listen to it again when it warms up and I can do some gardening.
This is the music to garden by.
Music to garden by. That's right, on Ray's playlist. All right, listen, thanks everyone for coming. This is, of course, we'll move into our Q&A, but if you have to run, don't forget our educational services will be 1/2 hour. Chris is going to talk on Google Photo Albums. I'm going to talk about the changes to Google Pay in the US. And then he was going to talk about AI tools for senior empowerment. Wow, that's a great topic. So if you do want to discuss any of the topics today, put your hand up. And I see Bob's got his hand up already. And let's start with Bob.
I got a question, Ron, for you. You didn't mention one thing about progressive web apps when you install your AI. All of mine are installed as progressive web apps, and I have one folder loaded with all of my AI tools. but I installed all of them using a progressive web app.
Right. And I could, well, and you're right. But there's nothing particular about AI about that. You can install any apps as a progressive web app, right?
Correct.
Correct. So it's another way of moving it and storing the information on your PC. But good point, Bob. Thanks. And you certainly can do that. But it essentially does the same thing as a shortcut or moving the shortcut
Oh,
down on.
one keeps it on your computer, and the other one makes you go and open up the browser.
Right. But there's still just links to the software, which is run in the
Yes.
cloud. That's right. Murray, go ahead. Murray.
Yeah, I have to unmute.
There you
Okay,
go.
two things. One, what I thought that Microsoft said that they're going to take Notepad away soon. So I
No,
wondered.
it was WordPad.
Okay. Sorry for the confusion. And then I've a question on my desktop Windows 11 computer. I've got 24H2. I think it came on there about 1 or 2 weeks ago. On my laptop, it just updated to 23H2. It's an older but more powerful computer. I wondered, is there some computers that won't get 24H2, or why am I not getting 24H2 on the laptop? Does anybody know?
That would
Yeah,
be
I have a laptop it's older, and it will only go to 22H2. Won't even go to 23H2. So it depends upon the hardware of your computer.
And how do you know?
You do it, it won't let you go any higher.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it took quite a while before the 23H2 came on. I mean, it just happened a couple of days ago.
it has a lot to do with the processor. So Microsoft might have a listing of what processors will update to that version. I have one that's also in the same boat, but I'm pretty sure it's the generation of the processor, although it can update to Windows 11, but there is a limit as to the next version because 24H2 has some of the AI stuff in it. And I think that's where it's becoming the stumbling block.
All right.
I think the processor on my laptop is more powerful than the one on my desktop.
It's the generation, though, Mary. The
Okay,
generation.
thanks.
All right, I have a question for Huey. Now, I have Windows 10 and Windows 11 here on pretty fast machines. They're all updated. Both of them are currently updated. And I put Notepad, and I've just been comparing Notepad on my Windows 11 and Windows 10 machine, and they look a little bit different, but there is no AI on it. I don't have that. Is this a feature that's rolling out and we're all going to get it? But I have two completely updated machines, and I have Notepad right in front of me, and AI is not on them. Now, I do not pay for Microsoft products. I'm assuming this is not a paid service that you have to have 365 or not 360, but Office to get to AI on Notepad. Is that?
Shouldn't
I don't
have
know.
anything to do with Office because Notepad is part of Windows. It is not part of Office.
Yeah, so I don't have it. And I don't have it on Windows 10 or I don't have it on Windows 11. Do you get it on both Windows 10 and 11?
I don't know about 10. I do know 11. Yes.
But I don't have it on either one. So is this just new that maybe they're rolling it out? Because I'm sure
I don't.
if anyone's in Canada, if you could go and look, bring up Notepad and see if you have that AI, because I don't know if it's rolling
Chris
out.
has it.
No, well, Chris doesn't live in Canada. I'm talking about sometimes they roll them out per country, right? So it could be rolling out in different countries. All I'm saying is that you may go and look for it and it's not there, right?
Okay.
Because I don't have it, and I don't have it on Windows 10 or Windows 11, and both are running the latest versions. So,
Well, the same thing happens with Google Photos. You have different things at different times, and it rolls out, and maybe you got it, maybe you don't. And maybe it is by country. And
I guess, Huey, you don't know if this is just when you made the video. Is this just a new feature that has just come out? Is that, or did you say this been out for a while? Did you?
I just discovered it. I saw I saw somebody's article about it and I said, wow, I didn't know that. And I went and I looked at it and I saw all the things it could do. I started playing with them, and that's how I did the hands-on part of it.
Okay.
And then I went and I looked up some other information, and then because there's some other things that it can do, that's just one of the things it does with the upgraded notepad.
Right. Mike Lehman.
Yeah, I have a so-called Copilot Samsung PC laptop, and I just checked and my notepad does have that feature.
It doesn't.
It does or does not?
It does.
Mike, where
Okay.
do you live? Where do you live?
I'm in Moncton, New Brunswick.
Oh, so you have, okay, Moncton. And you're sorry, Windows 11 or Windows 10?
Windows 11, it's a Samsung Edge 4 Copilot PC laptop.
And you're on 24H2?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Dick, go ahead.
Yes, Huey. I
Great.
just looked up my notepad and I don't seem to have the features you do, but it says it's version 11.2410.21.0. What's your version?
Let me look. Um,
Mine is .17 at the end. So,
And I don't have it at all on my Mac.
and according to Google, it started rolling out on November 14. So I'm sure it's just coming.
I'm 11.2410.21.
That's the version I have.
Yeah, that seems to be the same as mine.
Yeah, I've got 11.2410.21. So that's your version, right?
That's the same version, yep.
Yeah.
But I do not have.
It hasn't rolled out to you yet, I guess.
Okay. All right.
It could be personal. I don't think so. But
Ron, do you have a little icon to the left of your picture? Put some text in there and see if the little
Nope, I put some text in there and it doesn't do anything.
Up on top on the right-hand side where you
No.
where you have the settings, then you have your picture, and then right next to it you have that rewrite.
right. That's correct.
Don't see it.
So the
Okay.
last thing you have on there is
Yeah.
just your picture.
On Notepad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you signed into your Microsoft account?
Oh, maybe I'm not.
Yeah, that could be the difference.
Ah.
See? Uh-huh.
That's
See?
you know, Bob, you're right. That's it.
It wasn't
That's it.
picking on you.
I
It was
signed
picking
out
on you
and
for
it's
not
still there.
signing in.
That's it. Okay. Solution solved. Solution. I bet Mike signed in too, isn't he?
Well, I don't know. I just signed out and I still have it.
Yeah.
It may
Okay,
not take it away, but
Yeah, I'll sign in. Thanks, Bob. That you solved the problem as usual. Well done, Bob. Chris,
Okay.
did you have a comment?
oh no.
No, I said it.
Okay. And Neil, go ahead.
Okay, I just pulled up Notepad and my version's 11.2410.21.0, and I don't have AI on it either.
But are you signed into your account though?
Well, that I'm not sure.
I doubt it. So if your picture
it-
isn't up on the top,
If you
it
see
would have
that
either
little
your
icon,
picture or your letter. Yeah.
yeah,
I don't see anywhere to sign in necessarily.
You wouldn't
I'm
do it through that. You would do it to your Microsoft account. Let me just
I
just-
quickly.
I click on Chrome and it'll tell me I have to sign in.
Neil, click
Windows.
on your silhouette on your profile. It should give you opportunity to sign in. Little picture is just click on it.
I don't find that anywhere on my screen right now. I'll play with it and see what I can find.
In the top right, where I showed the AI, and then there's a round circle. It may have a picture, it may have a letter, or it may not have anything but a round circle, and then the gear for the settings. In that round circle, click on it.
I do not have the round circle. I just have the settings.
I'm like
And-
Neil. I'm like Neil Huey. I don't have that round circle. And I think it's because we're not signed into our account that we don't have it.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah.
that's-
The
So you
other
can't
thing you
sign
can
in.
do is go to the start menu itself and go all the way down to the bottom. You should see your picture in there.
um, the start menu for what? I've got,
This is for Windows.
oh, for Windows. Oh, that. Uh,
Nope,
And
actually,
then
I am
it-
signed in. I am signed in because I'm down there at the bottom and I'm looking at it and it says sign out. No, I don't. So I am signed into my account.
mhm.
So it must
It
be.
hasn't been rolled out to you.
That's
Yep.
it.
That's
Picking on
probably-
me again, right?
I must be signed in because I'm into my email.
Well,
Okay, that
that's-
may or that apparently isn't the issue then. It's probably not rolled out to
It's
you yet.
rolling out. Okay.
It's
Okay.
brand new. So as soon as
Yeah.
you see that icon up there, then you'll know that you're set.
Yeah. Although, Huey, I keep forgetting, and I put that. I've now marked it on my taskbar because I have some use for that, and I keep forgetting it, and I'm not using it. But I think it's a great product. I think there's lots of uses.
Oh, I use it all the time. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to put it on my taskbar and then keep it there because I'm often looking for something to clip on, paste stuff into, and that's good. That's good. Thanks for doing that.
The
That's-
other problem is you may not have the very latest Windows 11 update.
but the
do you
version
know?
number, we have the same version numbers though.
How do you know?
There was a recent Windows update, Windows 11 update to Notepad, which introduced the AI rewrite feature.
Did they change the version number?
I don't know. Doesn't say that.
You go to settings, and then at the bottom where it says Windows Update, and then look to see if you've got any updates that you need to install.
Right.
It does say that this feature requires a Microsoft account and may have limitations on usage based on AI credentials, depending on your subscription level.
What does that mean?
Bill, that's another video. That's another video. Very good. All right. Any other questions?
What version of Windows 11 are you running, Huey? Are you using
24H2.
Windows 11 Pro?
I do have Pro, yes.
Wonder
So
if
do
that's
I.
a factor.
We don't know.
Don't know.
Good thing to ask Copilot and see.
Yeah, good idea. Okay. Any further questions before we wrap it up for today? Again, thank you everyone for coming today. I want to thank you again as well for all the donations that came this week. We are doing super well, and as I said, it's been a humbling experience.
Oh, I have one caveat about what Kim says. I'm just looking at my Microsoft subscription, and I'm going to be billed $129.99 on April 1st. So it did go
Which
up.
is which is when your next billing is due.
Exactly.
April Fools.
Don't forget our show on Thursday. Be sure and come and watch. And we will see everybody this time. Same place, we'll do it all again next week.
Yep.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye.